So the Green Bay Packers are reportedly trading veteran edge rusher Preston Smith to the Pittsburgh Steelers for a seventh-round pick. This is a move that makes all the sense in the world and a bit odd in the sense that we've seen a lot of reporting around Preston's name the last month or so. Usually when that gets out there in public, that oftentimes means nothing's going to happen. But this time around, it certainly did. And it makes sense for the Steelers to add a veteran edge guy who is a bit out of place in Green Bay. Let's be honest. Preston Smith has done precious little in the new defensive scheme in Green Bay. You do love his veteran presence, and that will most likely be missed in the locker room. But as far as his play on the field, it was pretty negligible. I'm not going to say invisible, but in the pass rushing department, you certainly didn't see much from Preston these first 9 games of the year. The thing that this does for the Packers is gets his contract off the books. He'll still count $5 million towards the cap next year, but that's minimal and manageable. The big component here is getting young guys on the field. You started to see that on Sunday against the Lions with Lucas Van Ness playing way more snaps than Smith. It was about time to make that change. And I know people are talking about Van Ness like he's a bust and a wasted pick, and he hasn't done anything either. But he's a young guy in his third defense in as many years. There's a lot of promise, a lot of upside, a lot yet to be done with Lucas Van Ness. Whereas with Preston Smith, you know what he's about. You know, you've seen the best of his game. And I don't doubt for a moment that he will probably go to Pittsburgh and be asked to do very different things than he's being asked to do in Green Bay. Situationally, he can probably be productive for Mike Tomlin. I don't doubt that for a moment. But in Green Bay, where they're implementing a new scheme and asking them to play as 4-3 ends instead of stand-up edge rushers, it's very clear that Preston does not fit what the Packers want to do on defense. So get Lucas Van Ness more snaps. Hell, get Kingsley Enagbare more snaps. We saw Aaron Mosby get involved finally against the Lions. Maybe Brenton Cox Jr. finally gets onto the squad on game day. The Packers have young talent there. And look, I'm recording this about a half hour before the deadline. Who knows? Maybe in this last blush prior to the trade deadline, the Packers add somebody at edge. I don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. But that said, there is young talent here that the Packers have to get on the field, have to get these guys work, developing, getting better. That's not going to happen on the sideline. Certainly hasn't been happening as Preston Smith has been taking snaps and doing precious little with them. You wish Preston the best. He was a consummate pro, a great Packer in his time, but I understand the Packers wanting to move on. And look, you can look at it as they're switching out that 7th-round pick that they gave up to acquire Malik Willis. So they're replacing that selection, getting young guys on the field. You love to see it. Love this move. It makes a world of sense. We'll see what transpires as far as Van Ness and company getting on the field more and see if they can start being a little bit more productive for the Packers when it comes to rushing the passer. But right near now, today, looking at the move, really, really smart stuff from Green Bay. What do you guys think about moving Preston Smith? Let me know in the comments below, and then tell your friends and tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide.